Right. So, as you've been hearing all day, Shatta Wale was not nominated for any category in the VGMA. And the VGMA is the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. And of course, you're expecting that a lot of people will be talking about it. You'll be monitoring the feed on social media. It's one side that's behind the Shatta movement and another side that says that indeed Shatta Wale should probably render an unqualified apology to the Charterhouse Productions, who are demanding an apology, a public apology for that matter, from Shatta Wale before he will be considered for a nomination in the VGMA. Very soon I'll be joined by GhOne. He'll give us about 4 minutes of his time to justify why Shatta Wale, arguably the king of dancehall music at the moment, was not nominated.
Now, to a particular issue that came up before we came here, before this process, from the submission of entries process to now, was the Shatta Wale issue, which we thought we should just bring up because I know it will come up. So let's just deal with it now. The question was whether he was going to be nominated or not since he submitted an entry. And this is what the board has to say. After 2 years of publicly campaigning about not wanting to be included in the awards and recording and posting of materials that tarnished and denigrated the image of the scheme, he has presented an entry for nomination. The board, however, thinks it is the first step to redeeming himself from his denigration of the scheme. He has not completed the process. The board wants to encourage him to conclude the process he has started, which will include a public apology to the board and the scheme. And thereafter, we will move things forward.
Right, so we've been joined by GhOne. He speaks for Charterhouse and the VGMA board.
Yes.
Why are you demanding a public apology from Shatta Wale before you nominate him? If you have a personal problem with Shatta Wale, why should his fans, the fans of his music, suffer for it?
Me, personal, no.
No, I'm
Neither
talking about
does
the board
VGMA
or
board.
the Charterhouse.
It has never been anything personal, and I don't think anything Shatta Wale himself has done, he would call it personal. It is all for the love of the industry and for the betterment of GH music. You would understand that a lot of other award schemes have gone defunct, if I should put it that way, or have folded up. Notable as the ECRAG Awards, and it is the interest of the VGMA scheme that they safeguard and protect this particular award scheme. Nobody has a personal issue against Charles Nee Amamensa. It is just, artists will tell you that every time they are filling the forms, there are terms and conditions. And these terms and conditions, the board has over the years been pretty lenient on them. But as things progress, you realize that if you do not stand up and do something or take certain drastic actions, this event might be run aground.
Is Charterhouse and the VGMA board not looking for an excuse to teach Shatta Wale a lesson?
Teach him a lesson
he
for what?
told you his peace of mind.
Teach him a lesson for what?
For
There's
the
no lesson
utterances.
to be taught here. That is why the VGMA board or Charterhouse, not Charterhouse, let us separate the issues.
Okay,
It is
so
not
it's the
Charterhouse.
VGMA
That is why
board.
the VGMA board did not say that Shatta Wale has been banned, Shatta Wale has been cast away, Shatta Wale has been
But you are
sidelined or
expecting
whatever.
a public apology.
You are not expecting a public apology. You're expecting the right thing to be done so that some precedence isn't set.
And which is the right thing to be done?
The right thing to be done is that he, the young man himself, has started a process to right his wrongs. You would agree with me that this year he came out himself. Nobody told him that wake up and change your management. He came out himself, changed his management. He started putting up a very positive image out there. Everybody loves the new image. We love the new image. So all the VGMA board is doing is that he came himself, picked the forms. Same person who said this is probably one of the most worthless award schemes and all that. All the things that he said, we know that.
I mean,
things are
even
said
on
every now and then.
platforms,
This is the person who said all of them. Yes, but they say it usually against them. If you go back and check, they do not really say things to denigrate or run aground most of their award schemes. They do respect them. And that is where we ought to get to eventually.
So you think that he disrespected the VGMA?
Don't you?
I don't know. I don't have an opinion on this.
Unfortunately, yes, he did. I mean, many would agree that he did with some of the things that he said. Nobody is trying to gag anybody. Everybody has an opinion, and when there's something that ought to be said, it ought to be said. Over the years, musicians have said things, and all those things have inured to the benefit of the scheme. It is the channel you choose and the language that you choose. When you seek to denigrate, abuse, or run the event aground or the scheme aground in one way or the other by your utterances, actions, and or, you know, post or whatever it is you call it.
How are you
then some
expecting
action
his
ought to be
fans to
taken.
react to this?
Oh, naturally, we are not expecting them to be happy, but would also expect them to be happy for one thing. That
Which is?
our artist. He's my artist, so I love him. Shatta Wale is a great artist.
He's a
has started a
fantastic
good.
guy.
He is great, and he's Niyama just like I
So
am
if you
Niyama
know,
too.
if you know all that, why are you eliminating him from something as good as this?
He has not been eliminated. The gentleman, as I've been trying to say, has started a process. He picked up forms for somebody
But
who
if
has
you're
said that
aware-
he doesn't want to be a part of this scheme
Things are
himself
said
to
all
pick
the
up a
time.
form. It is a good thing that he started. So all the board is asking or saying is that finish what you started. You put certain things on certain platforms. Go back to those platforms, take back some of the things you said, apologize for them because they are
And if
things
he
that...
doesn't,
Well, if we'll wait for him to do that. I believe the board will wait for him to do that.
if he doesn't,
The board will wait for him to do that. If he doesn't, that would be another bridge to cross. But the board will wait. The board has said that they're waiting for him to finish, and then we'll take it from there. He will. He's a gentleman. I know he will. Come on.
okay.
He will, trust me. I trust Shatta Wale will. He's a gentleman. That's one aspect of him a lot of people do not know. When he flares up and he gets upset about something, maybe he goes a bit over the edge and all that. But he is a gentleman. He will do the right thing, trust me.
Did he, I mean, of course we all know how Shatta Wale likes to react. But did he at any point not speak the truth about the way these musicians are treated in this country?
A lot of the things that he said were untruths. For instance, there was one that he asserted or said something about other international artists when they come for the VGMAs. They are paid a lot of huge amounts
Is
and all
that not true?
No, it is not true.
Do you communicate it properly to the musicians?
If the Ghanaian artists would give us the mandate to put out how much we pay them, we'll put out how much we pay everybody.
Would you
If
be
they would give us
sincere in your
the
dealings
mandate.
to
Oh,
make
the
it
papers
public?
are there. It is
Okay.
documented. So if the Ghanaian artists, we're putting it out to them. If they say, put out the amount of money that you paid me, we'll put out everybody's amount.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, GhOne, who speaks for the VGMA board. And of course, the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards is, of course, the holy grail of the industry here in Ghana. We're taking a break. When we come back, we're talking about political manifestos with Yofi Grant and Felix Kwachi Ofosu. Do stay with me.